is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
And welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, November 11th. I'm Tori here with Jeff and Lindsay.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back in studio.
Thank you. This feels so weird. I feel like I'm taking an SAT test. You can't cheat, okay?
I wish they had these kind of boards when I was in school.
All right, we do want to start off with today is Veterans Day, a day where we honor the men and women who stood up to protect our country. Did you know that Veterans Day was originally Armistice Day, marking the end of the First World War in 1919? So there are about 17.4 million veterans, and of those, more than 1.6 million are women. Currently, there are about 37,000 veterans experiencing homelessness. That's about 11% of the homeless population. So, do you have any vets in your life, and what are you doing to honor them? First of all, excited to be back. I'm sorry I missed yesterday. Everything's fine. I just needed a day I just needed a day. So I just wanted to clear that up. People were like,
She doesn't have COVID.
Yeah, I don't have COVID, all right? All right, let's get straight to my father-in-law. This is my father-in-law, Brad Palmer. He was on the USS Shangri-La here, and he was patrolling the Caribbean and the Mediterranean.
Where's his cigar in that picture?
I know. He's
Right?
a famous sportscaster, and he always had a cigar, or always has a cigar. So, Jeff, you have someone in your family as well, right?
Oh, funny you ask, Tori. I sure do. My dad was in the Army. I had to
There
get
you
these
go.
pictures for my mom this morning, so mind the flash in the
wow.
picture. But yeah, there's my dad.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Wow. Lindsay, you have a lot of vets in your family.
One thing I'll say is that no adults in my family know how to take pictures of photos. So I have a bunch too that we tried very hard this morning
It's
to
a
get
whole
photos
thing.
of. It's a whole thing.
The glare,
Right, it's ridiculous. So I found out, well, I already knew that two of my grandfathers on both sides, my dad's dad and my mom's dad, both were in the Army.
Wow.
And then my uncle and Colin's father were both in Vietnam.
Wow.
And I learned so many stories just about specifically like Colin's dad being the smartest in his class and then getting drafted, or my dad's father getting drafted when my dad was 6 days old. I learned these stories just this morning, and I felt like I have so much more to learn. So I think it's an opportunity to talk to people in your family that were affected by people going to war, or by being drafted, or by being in the military, and a time to salute them for all that they gave up and sacrificed for all of us.
And those pictures are awesome,
Yeah,
by the way,
they're
too.
beautiful.
So if you like put those in your house, people ask questions, it's another way to remember for everybody, right?
Absolutely. We salute you all and thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't thank you enough. Speaking of thanking, a lot of people are having to rethink their Thanksgiving plans. What a wah-wah. Am I right? Thank you. As the coronavirus surge continues to get worse, right now there are more than 61,000 Americans hospitalized with the disease, and our 7-day average for new cases in the country is well above 100,000. So, with the pandemic really heating up, the CDC has now issued some new guidelines for Thanksgiving we want to tell you about. They are strongly encouraging people to keep your celebrations to only people in your household. But they say if you're getting together with other people, please bring your own plate, your own cup, your own utensils. They also suggest using single-serving condiments, and of course, keep your distance and wear a mask except when eating. Finally, they also recommend dining outside, or if you are inside, open your windows. Like, this isn't normal. Let's just call that out. This isn't normal. This is really sad. I had plans I haven't hugged my mom or dad in 2020, and it's gonna be me and Brooks and the dogs. What about you?
I know, it's just, I'm still thinking about it because I think like a lot of people had plans and trying to figure out how to see their family. It's a time to just detach from everything that happened this year.
Right.
You just wanted to be around family and smile, and to see the cases going up, you're scared to do anything. Like, I'm back to scared to going to the grocery store, and back to how I felt in March. And so I feel like the whole country is back there with cities and states shutting back down again. It's just a scary time. I'm not even sure. I'm still indecisive on what I'm going to do.
Jeff, what are you doing? Nothing?
Staying in with the family. I wish I could go back home, visit my family, Jordan's family, but we've already made the choice months ago that we weren't going to do anything for Thanksgiving and keep our fingers crossed for Christmas, and now it doesn't even look like that's happening. So I hope people out there do adhere to these rules, or at least somewhat, but you can't even get a person to wear a mask in a grocery store. How are you going to get them to do some of these things at home? You know?
I know. And for all those out there who haven't seen their family, just know we at DBL, we feel you. It stinks. It's really nerve-wracking. And everyone had hopes every month that, oh, maybe in November I'll see them, right? It was always like, oh, Thanksgiving, oh, Hanukkah. But then it was, so we're just thinking of you, and we're wishing you the best Thanksgiving ever, trying to be at least. All right, well, the transition tensions between President-elect Joe Biden and President Trump are continuing, with no real signs that things will be resolved anytime soon. But we didn't really want to get into that on the show today, so instead we came across some pictures that are going viral right now. They make my heart happy. This is showing a past transition. Check out these. Jenna Bush Hager posted them, remembering the time she showed Malia and Sasha Obama around the White House for the very first time. She even showed them how to slide down the banister. This is something I love in D.C., the transition of power, where one president sees the other take off in the helicopter and say goodbye, and it shows what a civilized, developed country are, no matter what side of the aisle we are. This is a letter from Bush that was written and says, "Your success now is our country's success. I'm rooting hard for you." George W. Bush. What do you think about this, Linz?
I love the picture that we showed of the first daughters because they're so fiercely protective over each other. If you saw what Chelsea Clinton did when she stood up for Malia Obama when people were using her as clickbait, she's like, this is a kid, so you guys are going to have to stop talking about her. You know that Jenna Bush Hager is on television every day. She fiercely protects both kids if anybody talks about them. And I think that it's important to know this is a club they didn't ask to be a part of, but it's an honor to be a part of, be a president's daughter. And so I think that they also have all this expectations on them of what they're going to be and become, and they get to protect each other in this way. I think it's really awesome to watch.
I do too. And just to correction there, sorry, it was George H.W. Bush to Clinton. And it's a very famous thing, a handwritten letter. It's the last thing a president traditionally does. They slip it into the desk at the Oval Office for the next president to read. It's a beautiful tradition.
Well, I think it's a lot easier tradition if you've served 8 years. Right? Yeah. So it's a lot easier to write that letter and be like, sorry, buddy, I probably would have won again, but now it's your turn. When you're knocked off after 4 years, it's like...
Well, George H.W. Bush was the 4 years, so he did it very nicely and cordially. Do you think...
to Obama, though, the switch was 8 years.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
So that's a little easier to write that letter. But that aside, if I were a kid in the White House, like, I don't know if you'd know all the legends or conspiracies, but I'd be like all over the walls, like taking down the paintings, like searching for the booby trap.
The private door.
I'd watch National Treasure and then look for everything that I could find.
My friend was friends with Chelsea, and she would often go to the White House for sleepover, and I'd be like, cool.
Really?
Yeah, and I'd be like, tell me everything. It's amazing.
I would have been like, can I get your suitcase?
She had to live a normal life. She went to Sidwell Friends. She played on the lacrosse team. Chelsea was treated just like normal, but Secret Service would surround her. I mean, it would be weird when you played field hockey and there's just like guys out there.
Listen, can we get into a real conversation here? Like, how awesome would it be to get like drunk in the Oval Office or like have sex all over that place? Come on, let's just be honest.
That didn't even cross my mind in this particular segment. I swear it didn't cross my mind.
Oh, sure,
not in this moment. That didn't cross my mind.
Come on. The Lincoln bedroom.
You know there is stuff going down.
But you know what? Michelle Obama once said that it never felt like home, right? Imagine being in this museum that people come to visit every day. It still would be like, she had to like sneak out to go see stuff sometimes, running away from Secret Service just to go see what the lights look like outside of the White House and things like that.
For that conversation. Welcome back, Lindsay. Welcome back.
We appreciate you doing that.
Actually, Bert, our boss, appreciates you.
That's
okay. I got you,
and
Bert.
Just so you know, Michelle Obama made Sasha and Malia make their bed every day, and they have butlers literally in dress from the traditions of the old 1700s, and she made them clean their room.
I like that.
I like that too.
Jeff's like, I don't like that.
Can't with Jeff. Coming up on DBL, the cast of Family Ties reunites for one night only. Could a show featuring a politically divided family work today? And Florida's governor is advocating for stricter laws against rioters and looters. Both sides of the debate. We're going there. Coming up next. Welcome back to DBL. All right, let's just talk, you and I and the rest of us here. There's been a lot of unrest in the country this past summer, and now some people are wondering, should you be able to shoot looters who are ransacking your store? Real discussion here. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has drafted something called anti-mob legislation, and it's serious expansion of the state's stand your ground laws. So according to the Miami Herald, some worry that the legislation would allow armed citizens to shoot and potentially kill anyone suspected of looting. The legislation also includes a measure that would make protesting that blocks traffic a third-degree felony. It would also grant immunity to drivers who unintentionally kill or injure a protester blocking traffic. So this all sounds pretty controversial. We go to you during these topics. We want to hear from you, DBL Nation. Do you support this new draft legislation? Yes or no? We're going to have this up as we talk. Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. This is where we're at. Can you take open fire? Can you shoot? And you know what? It's not insane to hear this, because I understand if you're a business owner, this is a real question for you. I find this legislation crazy, anarchy, insane. Thoughts?
Listen, I think some of them are a little out there, right? But something needs to be done. Maybe not to the extreme where you could just take your car and run over somebody and not be blamed for it, right? That's a little extreme to me. Maybe if you're in harm inside your store, you feel threatened, maybe that's an excuse to pull out a weapon. We only have a couple minutes to talk about this, so I'm trying to be brief about it. I do think something needs to be done, though, right? Because in a lot of cities like Portland, like Seattle, even Santa Monica, California, the police were told to stand down, not get involved and let them ransack. And it's going to take 5, 10, 15, maybe never to come back from the devastation that is caused by these loots and riots, right? So something needs to be done. Some kind of legislation needs to be put in place to at least put some kind of fear into somebody that's doing this. Because when the police are told to stand down, there is no fear. But does it need to be extreme as running people over in the streets?
What do they say? We've escalated quickly. What do you think about this? I mean, there's got to be something in between what I think and what Jeff thinks, right?
I mean, what this law is saying is shoot first, ask later, which is ridiculous to me. I think it's terrible. If you look at the March on Washington, if you look at the March in Selma, like these are places and times where protesters were taking over the street. So you're telling me that if people ran over them or shot them, this is okay? John Lewis? Right. So this is, people are not in the streets for no reason. We always have to go back to the root of why people are protesting, and more overwhelmingly protesting as opposed to rioting. And so giving a pedestrian the type of wherewithal to say you can go out there and just kill somebody is ridiculous to me, because we already know with Stand Your Ground, it's been so harshly, or people of color have been so harshly affected by that law, that here we're going to go down that rabbit hole, or where we have a bunch of people walking around as toy cops that are not actually police or authority, just shooting people. And so I don't think that this is a good rule at all, especially when protesting is part of our right, part of our freedom of speech.
Civil disobedience, I completely agree with you. Now, why don't they come up with, and I'm just saying, another idea, like a looting part of the police? So a looting or riot police, I know they have riot gear, but so that those particularly trained in looting or rioting would know what to do. You would think, could we not allocate funds that way instead of just everybody can shoot? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think it's again a longer conversation, but it's difficult when you have, let's just put numbers on it, 50 police officers and 500 rioters, right? It's difficult to take.
We had pictures and videos of the rioters and looters during George Floyd protests and the subsequent protests after that, and a lot of them were not affiliated with the Black Lives Matter movement at all, right?
Absolutely.
So those are people
I'm not trying to
I know, but those are people that should have been targeted specifically. We had video, and police in certain cities did nothing about that exact video of these exact people that we had. They never followed up. We asked for the follow-up on that man who smashed in AutoZone, and nothing happened with the umbrella and the black suit.
And if maybe a looters police section could at least target those and spend money for those, because they're not part of the protest. You're absolutely right.
I'm just thinking they're outnumbered. That was the point I was getting. I wasn't trying to put them together. I'm talking about people. I'm not talking about protests. We're talking about looting and violence. That's what we're talking about.
That's
and that
right.
comes from all colors, races, creeds, and everybody.
Absolutely. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. Wow.
Split right down the middle.
Split right down the middle. So y'all said 53% of you said yes. Wow, a majority supports this. Okay, it's good to hear that.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Little Owen Wilson for you. Coming up, way to break that silence. Inside joke, I love it. It's a blast from the past when the cast, wow, that all rhymed, of Family Ties reunites for a good cause. But we got to ask, could that show work in 2020 in a divided America?
Say wow.
Welcome back to DBL. The cast of Family Ties, one of my all-time favorite sitcoms, reunited for charity last night. So in case you're young and you're making me feel old and you don't know what it was, the 80s sitcom featured Michael J. Fox, the star, as Alex P. Keaton. Now, he was a conservative Republican being raised by liberal parents. During the reunion, Michael Gross, who played the dad, reflected on the politics of the time. Take a look.
I love the time that we were together. I mean, that was a... I think, as you'll all agree, a kinder, gentler politics. It was a great time. In the same way, we hammered out our compromises in the family, and I think that's one of the things that people loved about us.
This show could not have, would not survive now. We couldn't.
It would. We have family members that are on different pages, and we do get along.
I think people want a show like this.
Okay, let's go around the horn. I think it would be remarkable to bring it back. First of all, it's Michael J. Fox, and everybody wants to root for him. But second of all, that is the dinner table at everywhere, in all cities in America. There's one person that really disagrees with you, and you got to break bread.
But how is it that they could somehow love each other at the end of that conversation, right?
Because they're family.
But in today's day and age, family is split up. So if you did a show that's realistic, you'd have someone off the show every week because people don't talk to their best friends, their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, everyone, because of politics. It's so divisive that it's like, wait, you're a Democrat, I'm Republican, or vice versa? Out of my life.
I think you have a point, because I think in the last couple of years.
Last 4 years, perhaps?
It's been super specifically divided, I think, it's been a non-traditional, I'll say, approach to politics. And so when you're at home, some of these policies mean something different than what they used to mean to people that are like, okay, well, this directly affects me these ways, this is happening. And so people take it personally, like, I'm offended, like, you hate me, or you have a problem with me. And especially if it's family, that's non-optional. So now I have to see you again next year, probably, or you're always my sister or my cousin. And so I've had friends that said they sat at the table and they're like, Mom, I cannot believe you, but I love you. But it's different, I guess, when you're friends. It's like, well, I'm just going to speak to you in a couple years. What happened to
the conversation? What happened to being like, I learned so much from you, Tori, and that's honest, right? And
you know what happened?
I'm not even a Republican. I'm like down the middle, and I've learned a lot from you because we listen to each other, right?
But you know what happened? What I really think, and I'm not saying this against our current president, I think the climate of the administration, it starts at the top, has made the other person of a different political ideology your enemy. We're no longer Americans trying to make it better, which was Michael J. Fox trying to figure out. He just liked fiscal conservative, lower government. Now it's become, I hate you personally.
I don't like that.
I agree with you.
Because it's an excuse to be mean or to hate somebody.
I agree with you.
You know what? I hate your guts and get the hell out of my house because my principal was bad in high school. No, your actions are your own, and you should be responsible for your actions, right? And you can't blame it on somebody else or think to blame it on somebody else. No one should be pointing the fingers.
And I think, and I hope you agree, that the pendulum, where I always talk about, and y'all make fun of me, is so far up here that it has to come down. It has to. Do you agree?
I also think if they're going to sit at the table and argue just about presidents, you have to say, okay, did you vote in your local politics? Do you know who your sheriff is? Do you know? Because if you're saying these things directly affects you, you have to think about the fact that some people in your local community are easily affected more expediently than what your president is doing.
For sure. I don't know. Well, we just had a conversation for a couple of minutes, and no one wants to break down these fake walls.
I'm about to come through, Jeff.
Can I just say welcome back, Lindsay? Because look, show the passcode. Just show the passcode.
Well, now we have to change the passcode. But let me tell you, I didn't write this down. No, someone wrote this down for me because I didn't know the passcode.
9999. We should change your luggage code.
Right. Make sure you write that down.
Shame.
Sorry.
Shame. We'll be right back. 99999.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. You have a month left to make a big decision that impacts your health. We're talking about open enrollment. Let's get financially literate, insurance literate, because I know a lot of people don't know what that is. Here are 3 ways changing your plans can save money in today's DBL Health Alert presented by Health Markets. First, if you switch from regular Medicare to Medicare Advantage or vice versa, it can save you tons. Different plans can lower premiums. Second, explore all Medicare Advantage plans. There's so many different types. Look at the deductible, the copay, the out-of-pocket maximums to save money. Finally, by adding, switching, or dropping prescription drug coverage, you can actually save a lot. When it comes to your health, we've made it easy to find the best and most cost-effective Medicare Advantage plan. Just call 1-800-800-9974. I got some comments I want to read to you guys. Samay Yab from Facebook says, I think President Obama should write President Biden a letter and leave it for him.
No, you got to do it for the president.
Alan says there's a difference between, sorry, we just totally took you down on that one. There's a difference between protesting and rioting. We
Absolutely.
all agree with that
100%.
strongly. Demaria says Family Ties was the best.
Speaking of family, my aunt said, I didn't send you any glared pics, so excuse me.
After Family Ties, there was like a little ad that came out. Do you remember what it was?
No.
Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good
Good dog.
Woof.
Wow. Let's see you next time.
Thank you.